Oop, watch out for the giant holes. Yep. Morning guys, I'm just walking down to the restaurant because my friend Daddy is here today to start painting. Very excited about this. But we need to move a few things around, and today I was going to try and clear out the shed, see what's in that, and maybe make it like a storage area where we can put firewood, because there's some bits and pieces I want to take down, like an old fence, and it would be a good idea to kind of keep hold of some of the wood so that we can maybe have a fire pit later on. So let's go and see what's happening. I can see a little tuk-tuk has pulled up. I think that might be our ladders arriving. Let's go have a look. So yes, let's go get the team biscuits set up. Very excited about this. Oh, and we've cleared out all of the clothes in here. So we just need to move the these closets so that we can get everything painted. So we've just moved the shelves. Look at what's down here. It's crazy. You've got like some corn, some bottle tops, a car. Yes, we've just discovered that the lighting for the display shelves are actually hardwired into the wall. So we're just going to see if we can take the lighting off rather than try and unplug it. Just coming into the kitchen, Claire and Faustine have been hard at work deep cleaning everything. So all of the fridges have been properly cleaned. For me it is interesting because, I'm still figuring out what we've actually got. I don't know what we have. So I'm working hard on the menus at the moment and sort of what you need to serve things in and what we need to order. So it's really interesting. So yes, Desiree has taken away the old boards. And we can see the sky from here. But there will be another sort of porch coming. Let's go have a look at the rabbits. Oh, poor little things. They're going to have a new home really soon. I feel really bad about this. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. There used to be, I think, 3 rabbits in here. Now we've got 2. And last time I was here, this one had babies. There were babies at the back, and now there are no babies. So I think somebody's been taking our rabbits. I think we need to ask about that, because I don't think rabbits should be taken. Oh my goodness, look at all of this. There's so much work to be done. It's absolutely a mess at the moment. Okay, so this is a last look at the space before we begin decorating it. This is what casakeza used to look like. So we've got some cupboards here, and these were hidden behind those big shelves. But these used to be little, like a curated little shop. And it was kind of cute. It was lit up inside, and it had lots of things to buy. And I quite like that. We might bring that back. There's some stuff in them, and I have no idea what it is. There we go. Oh my gosh, Maya will laugh at this. It's a knitted brain. So Maya bought this years ago. It's a little knitted brain. I think it is. She used to say it was a knitted brain, so we might clean that up and send it back to her. What else is in here? Oh, that's cute. Oh God, it smells in here. Oh, I think we've had some mice. Oh, that's not nice. There's mouse poo in it. Definitely smells of mouse. We're going to have to clean that up. Some bits and pieces. Yes, I definitely think we've had a mouse problem. So I think that's another reason that we should reopen these rather than cover them with a shelf, because I think if they're covered we can't see what's going on in there. No idea how you get into here. Do you know how we open this? Oh, there's a lock here, but no key. Brilliant. No worries. Do you think that one? Okay, that one might fit. Yay! Thank you. I've noticed there's lots of mouse droppings in that one. Thank you. What on earth is in here? What that is? Oh! Finger puppets. Okay. I don't think I'm going to touch that. Oh no, I don't know what's in it. What do you reckon it is? Oh, Jenga! It's a game. Yeah, I see. Oh, that's nice. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. So, I've just discovered there's a whole load of receipts and books here as well, which I should probably go through. And a menu. This is the old menu. So some things on the menu we will keep, and some things we will not. It's quite interesting to see. Getting all the scaffolding. When Daddy said he needed ladders, I didn't realise he meant like full-on scaffolding. I was like looking at the price for ladders going, oh, that's a bit pricey. But now I understand what he meant. Got a little Burundian drum here. I've just spotted that we've got an old fire hydrant here. Doesn't appear to have been used. I've just bought some new ones. This one is not okay to use because it hasn't got a dial on it that says if it's pressurised or not. You've always got to check that the pressure is high on it. I've just spotted another one here. But again, the dial is missing, so you can't really keep it because you don't know if there's enough pressure. This one looks like it's been used, but there's nowhere to refill these that I know of in Kigali. So they become waste and you have to throw them away and replace. Just come round the back and I've discovered that Desiree, lovely Desiree, has taken away the graveyard of chairs. So that was very good of him. Honestly, I think we can put the bottles out for recycling. Oh, very grateful he took those. You know, maybe you could get something for bits and pieces like that, but sometimes it's worth just letting it go, you know, more hassle than it's worth. Guess we need to have a little look through here and check what's in all of this. Oh, got some beans on the go. So I'm currently on the hunt for sugar because I've set up a little tea and coffee station and we've got milk, tea, coffee, hot water. But I've no idea if we've got any sugar. I would kind of assume it would be in here because, you know, this is where the tea and coffee is made, but yeah. So we're currently moving everything. This is crazy, absolutely crazy. So I'm also having a little look through our trays. There are some nice ones like this, but a lot of them are quite old and broken, you know. So I think we might have to go through everything and see what we can keep and see what we can chuck. So yes, it's an absolute building site at the moment, but it's also quite exciting, you know. It's going to be really interesting once we get it all back up and looking nice. So So yeah, we've got this. This is one of the Airbnbs. Just have a look at the. It's quite a nice view. There's a guy. He isn't here at the moment, but yeah, it's okay. The view is very nice. Show them the other Airbnb, because we need all of this painting as well. I want, you know, everything kind of matching. You made it in.
Really nice.
Yeah. It's pretty incredible, isn't it? Hello, thank you. Yeah, this one's a little bit, it's less airy. Oh, there we go. So, a bit more compact, you know. I like the other one because it's very airy, but this one is a little bit cozy. But everybody who stays here seems to like it. It's like, and you can do like your own cooking or. It's absolute controlled chaos at the moment. Oh, it's wonderful. All right, guys, I'm heading home to continue working on the menu. That's my big focus at the moment. And I also, I'm going to order some sugar because we haven't got any sugar for the tea and coffee. I thought I'd thought of everything, but I haven't. And I also need to get some, I think, some water delivered, and maybe later on a crate of beer, because the lads are working really hard. Honestly, Daddy and his team are just really grateful to them. They've even hired a couple of people who live locally to come and help with the clearing up and moving stuff. You know, he's on it, he's organised. So I'm going to head home now. It looks like there might be some rain coming, so supposed to have some thunderstorms this afternoon. So I think I'm probably more used to people if I'm kind of indoors working out what we're going to serve people for food, which is certainly a new idea for me, because, you know, I like cooking for myself now and again, but the thought of cooking for other people, feeding other people, is quite a daunting task. And I've also got to figure out, I think you need some licenses to operate as a restaurant. And I've tried looking online and I just can't find the information. So I've emailed them, but again, it's Genocide Memorial Week this week. This is crazy, look at this. Definitely not wheelchair accessible. God. But yeah, it's Genocide Memorial Week this week, and so sort of Kigali, Rwanda just closes down for about a week. So on the one hand, it's a good time to be working on the cafe, on the restaurant, and redecorating, because, you know, nobody's going to be out and about and trying to come in. But on the other hand, for finding out things from government services like, you know, licensing requirements, parking restrictions, that kind of stuff, all of that's got to wait until, you know, things open up again. So that's fine. I'm just going to head home, and that gives me about 7 days to panic about what to serve people. Yeah. So that's my job today. It's kind of an interesting point, because just up the road from the restaurant we've got a traditional milk bar and a butcher's, And I know that we source some of our milk from the milk bar. So I'll have to check about the butchers, because usually local shops are often quite a bit cheaper than big suppliers, so we'll see. But yeah, we've got another problem actually, because thanks to the Orange Goblin, all of the petrol prices around the world have just gone through the roof. So we all got this message from the government the other day, yesterday, saying that the price of petrol has pretty much like trebled. I don't know, it's gone up so much. So I'm trying to use my motorbike less, but it also means that delivery of goods and food and stuff like that is all going to get a lot more expensive, and that comes on top of the doubling of the electricity at the beginning of the year. So electricity's doubled, petrol's gone through the roof. Yeah, there's a lot of additional costs going on. Oh, here we go again. You really have to be very careful about where you step in Rwanda. Like, this is what a standard pavement looks like. So yeah, I mean, prices of everything are going through the roof. So, you know, got to factor that into anything that we're serving. And we don't yet know the full impact of that yet, so. All right, so it's the end of the first day of decorating. It's about 6 p.m. and Daddy's just called me to ask if I can pop over. So I'm just going to go and see what they've done today. So yeah, we're just sketching out some Celtic knotwork to kind of integrate into the main plant work. So we've got all of the scaffolding going up at the moment. And gone is the dancing lady. Gone is all of the artwork. Some, yeah, wow. Alright guys, we've just had a lovely chat in the garden. Very excited about, you know, how this is going to go. Now I'm heading off to the petrol station because there was like massive queues for petrol yesterday, since all of the petrol's gone up, and we don't know if the supply's going to run out because, you know, the little rusty whatsit has buggered up the world economy. So got to go and make sure I've actually got some petrol in my bike. Oh my god, I made it home via every bloody back street in Kigali. I managed to fill up my tank, and my goodness, that was expensive. And also I'm kind of wondering how public motors are going to work now, because, you know, public motors, people use them because they're cheap. They're really not going to be very cheap if you know, this whole petrol thing is affecting them. But I suppose it will push people to use the electric motos more. I'm not a fan of those electric motos. There's too many. It's a weird one. There was like this whole thing about whether or not the brakes worked, which was in the news a while ago. But just from my perspective, like, the petrol public motors that you see in Kigali are TVS Victors, and they're 250s, and they're the perfect shape for your arse. Like, they've just got this lovely curve, so you've got the driver in front of you, and they're soft seat, and you've got a nice little back rail at exactly the height, the point that you would want to grab a grab rail. And most of these electric ones, they're flat back, and that's just an awful idea, because on an electric bike they've got instant torque, so they just take off like that, like there's a sudden jolt, whereas with petrol you ease into going forward. But with electric it's just like boom, and if it's a flat back you fall off the back. And also flatbacks, when you're going up hills, like if you're out in the villages, you're trying to get up to like the hills, they're just horrible. horrible, you know, and the grab rail is right down here, so you've got like no support for your back on that kind of bike. So I'm a huge fan of the old petrol TVS Victors, just because I feel like they were the perfect comfortable shape for taking passengers. And these new electric ones, they're fine, but you know, they're not comfortable. But anyway, that aside, everything except the electric ones are now going to be really expensive. So maybe this is electric's time to shine. But anyway, I got my bike filled up, parted with all my money. And then instead of coming home, I thought I would be really clever. I thought I would carry on up the road to the other petrol station I go to, which has an air tyre machine, you know, to fill up your tyres with air, because I haven't done that for a while. And I thought whilst I was out, I'd get that done. I don't know why, like pretty much every petrol station across the UK has got an air pump in it for your tyres. Here, I only know of like one place, two places. For some reason, it is so hard to find a place to fill up air in your tyres. And I got there, the petrol part of it was open. The air pump wasn't. They close apparently when the garage does, because nobody needs to fill up their tyres with air in the evening apparently. Oh my goodness. So I couldn't do that. And then I got directions from somebody for another petrol station. Couldn't find it. I was just driving all around the back streets of Kigali, but it was very, very pretty because all of the lights were sparkling, and I was going up and down the hills and the sparkling lights, and it was really pretty. And a lot of the roads I was on had no street lighting, so it's like really bright and twinkly when it's dark. Dangerous, but bright and twinkly. So you get a lovely view as you drive into the back of like a lorry. But yeah, no, I mean, it was, I don't know. I've got to go tomorrow and try and get some air in my tyres, but it's been a really productive day. Very happy. I mean, amazed. Like a couple of weeks ago, I didn't think I would have a bar, and now I have a bar, and it's really crazy to see it kind of being painted, because casakeza has not seen a lick of paint in about 10 years, you know, it's always looked exactly the same. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but I'm looking forward to it. And it was really nice, you know, I was just kind of hanging out with a few of the crew and talking about it, and they were all saying what a lovely, lovely place it is. It is a lovely, lovely place. So yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll make it all kind of magical. So I'm going to go and make some dinner now because it is 7:30 and I need food and then I need sleep.